heart of Chengdu, welcome to the World Games 2025. Fantastic aerial pictures of this magnificent stadium. We're out here at Chengdu Sports University campus. It's day 2 of Ultimate, and boy, have we got some prospects here today. Some super lineups and some super talent joining us here in the commentary position as well. Charlie Eisenhood is alongside me again for day 2, and Charlie, wow. Have we got some wonderful Ultimate to look forward to today.
It is just an amazing format here at the World Games. Every game matters so much. An awesome game today to kick things off between the USA and Germany. Germany just 3 years ago stunning the United States at this tournament with a 13-10 upset in pool play just like this. Now we get the rematch 3 years later.
That is fantastic. So it is USA-Germany first up, a Pool A showdown. Absolutely critical to both of these teams. Then at 12 noon local time, Australia take on Colombia. Both teams yesterday were upset, and they probably want to turn around their prospects here. Later on, the mid-afternoon match will be France versus Canada. That too should be an absolute classic in Pool B. And then to wrap it up, the two big Asian giants, it's Japan against the host nation China. We're looking forward to it. Once again, you can see on screen another very warm day here in Chengdu, just after 10 a.m. here local time, and it's going to get up to around about 36, maybe even the high 30s by later on today. And I've just got an eye on that humidity barometer as well. I'm a little bit worried that today we might be getting a little bit more humidity. Have a look then at a couple of the pools and the schedules for today. You can see, as I said, the intriguing lineup that we have here, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, Australia, Colombia, 2 hours from now, that game is basically an elimination game. Whoever loses that is probably going to miss the semifinals. And then France versus Canada, perhaps for the top of Pool B, as they're both coming in 1-0 today. And Japan and China sitting at 0-1, also looking for a win to stay alive in Pool A.
One of the things that I really enjoyed yesterday, Charlie, about play was the crowd that really did get behind Team China in that particular showdown. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see it again today. Super excited for that Japan-China matchup to close out the day. And really fun early crowds. I'm excited to see what we get for the semifinals and the finals later this week.
Should be fantastic, but boy, have we got a wonderful match in prospect here right now. It's Team USA up against Germany. As I said, the noon match is Australia versus Colombia, and as Charlie says, both of those in Pool B, it's a must-win for both of them. Just have a quick look at the standings here in Group A as we go through to the next round. You can see at the moment it's both Germany and the USA dominating with those wins apiece. And one of these teams is going to come away with bragging rights in Pool A and set themselves up for a lovely crack at the podium later on this week. All in prospect shortly will be presented to the teams.
Yeah, the United States will be the favorite here despite the loss from 3 years ago. I thought yesterday they looked like the better side. Their defense was fantastic. Michael Ng on the Thompson, tremendous on the defensive side of the disc. And they really handled a very good Japan team. Meanwhile, Germany looked a little shaky at times against Team China. They did clean it up in the second half. They're going to have to play a cleaner game against the United States, who's not going to give the disc away easily.
Absolutely, yeah. China rattled them at times, and a couple of unforced errors which looked a little out of character as far as the German side was concerned. So we'll see indeed whether they've been able to crack on that discipline. As we see our officials that'll be keeping an eye on things here today. And of course, Ultimate is a self-refereeing sport. But essentially the observers here step in should there need to be any discussion about any infractions. Warm day for everybody, and there's the disc that will be in use today.
Rubenberg, Steve Baker, and Merritt Trapp on the game advisor duties this morning as we see Team Germany taking the field.
Led out by Nicky Prien, who will have to have a big game here today as well. Conditioning, heat, humidity, fluids, strength training, conditioning, all these have got to factor into this showdown as well, Charlie, for all the teams. But this morning match has been particularly brutal yesterday and hopefully today.
That was really interesting. I was talking to Kai Awea in an interview for Team Australia after the game yesterday. They struggled against Team France and lost their opener. And I asked her about the wind, and she said the wind wasn't really an issue. It was actually the humidity. It felt like it was difficult to get the disc to take the same shape that we're used to because of how much water is in the air.
I'm very interested in you say that, because that was something we came across in disc golf as well. Everybody was having to go that extra stroke or extra disc to get the distances that they would ordinarily be getting in other areas of the world. But let's introduce you to Rafi Hayes here, number 17, going to be a pivotal player in this Team USA today if they're to get things done. Anna Thompson as well there, 23, that's a free child. He also, you can see now he's got the war paint on the cheeks. We saw him last time out with that. Alongside him, that's Chris Kosher, another critical player. They're all critical players, aren't they? Coulton there, number 33 today. Henry Ing, one of two brothers, in at 34. Alongside him, Claire Trope. Thought I saw some strapping around one of her knees earlier on. Maybe she's going to take it off for gameplay, but certainly protecting it in the warm-up. 52, that's Claire Chaston.
And then on the end there, Michael Ing, who might have been the best player for the team yesterday. 2 goals and assists, a pair of really nice blocks, and this 158 yards of offense.
And also Brownlee, I thought he put in a pretty big turn as well yesterday.
Yeah, Marquez, just a great handler for the team. A goal and assist for him. Balanced performance yesterday from the U.S.
Team USA. This magnificent stadium. Mickey Prian, as I said, going to have to play a big one here today. They're all going to have to. Herkins was very, very effective yesterday as well in the shades. Schutz got the shades on as well. And you can hear the Germans raising one another up. Greenwald, Wallison, US-German connections with Wallison. Nico Muller here, 20. Alongside him, Ava Muller.
Both had good games yesterday.
Sontag in at 29.
Standout defender on day one.
Joanna Herdman.
And then Levka Walczak there, number 42. She got hurt. She rolled both of her ankles actually yesterday on a defensive play. Came out of the game, took a couple points off, and then led the way for them coming back in the second half.
She did. Schlur, very solid yesterday as well. And alongside him, Charlotte Schall. She was pretty good marshalling things at the back of the German combination yesterday. Metzger in at 77, and Diekman there for the height. He's going to have his work cut out, this boy, today against these big North Americans. It's going to be an interesting showdown to see whether Jakob Diekman can hold his own against this big crew from the USA.
Yeah, they definitely have the defenders to challenge him. I think we saw some really good moments from Germany, especially in the second half, where their offense started to really flow. They started to stop turning it over as much. They were able to tighten their rotations on the defensive lines and put a lot of pressure on the Chinese. But the U.S. is just a different beast. The level from top to bottom on this U.S. roster is phenomenal. They have so much experience at this World Games level, and they have some of the most exciting young defenders in the United States, with players like Michael Ing and Anna Thompson and Dawn Coulton out there.
Yeah, Michael Ing is a phenomenon, isn't he? He just absolutely throws himself around. See the coach down there, one of the top coaches, USA team coach.
Yeah, Matty Sang, he's been coaching this team for many cycles now, and leads one of the top programs in the United States as well at the club level. San Francisco Fury, winningest team in Ultimate history in the United States. Miranda Roth-Knowles and Nancy Sun joining Matty Sang on the coaching side for the United States.
Okay, just about to get things underway here then. It's match 1, day 2, ultimate flying disc here at the World Games 2025 in Chengdu. Team USA setting themselves for what's going to be a very big day. This is pivotal for both teams as they set themselves to chase down a place at the top of the podium. Pool A up for grabs here.
Well, it's interesting to look at the way these two teams run their lines. Germany really runs more of a strict offensive and defensive rotation. They have a about 6 players that pretty much only play offensive points and 7 that pretty much only play defensive points. The United States, on the other hand, tends to have a lot more fluidity, just a couple of players that specialize.
Okay, we're underway then, and so Germany will bring it up for the first plays of the day.
Sagging the lanes from the United States, trying to take away the easy early underneath passes.
Germany in possession at the moment. This is Greenwald, just looking for some options.
Freechild gets the Müller matchup to start.
Müller, Ava. USA really pressing here at the moment. German offense trying to come out and do something here. Preen around the corner. Goes long. This is ambitious, especially with Michael Ing up there.
He was almost sitting back there like a deep in the zone. Too easy.
Ing there covered that very easily, sends it downfield. Team USA D on the attack here now, as they often are. Freechild trying to set something up on this side. Sevens across. Well, there it is. Team USA D turn it around, and we get Cami Grimm across the touchline for the first today.
Zoom, Cami Groom just winning the matchup to the front cone. And Germany just tried to huck their way out of the pressure that the United States was applying underneath. Great defense from Don Colton on Lev Kowalczak, not really letting them get into the second level. They just had to keep cycling it back on the resets. Eventually they tried to huck out of it, but Michael Ing's been one of the best defenders at this tournament. An easy block for him. The US goes the other way. Henry Ing into Cami Groom, and a quick break. This D-line for the US is just so strong.
I mean, we've seen that in previous tournaments, have we not? I mean, you know, basically the offense just never gets on the park. The defense is just so strong. Incredible. So Germany then having to think about a few things, as we'll get to see their offense in just a moment.
Well, that's the tough part for Germany. Come out, have a kind of a difficult grinding point. You have to immediately play defense. You get broken, and now you got to go back out there. That's the problem with running a tight offensive rotation like Germany does, is that now the fatigue factor already setting in.
Brownlee gets things underway. Muller around the corner. This is long, and on the end of it, Walczak doing a job, doing a thing up the front here. Goes lateral. Brownlee getting in the way of that, interrupting the German attack. So once again, this American D comes away here. In control in the first stanza, in the first opening, but they've been called back.
Well, Germany looking to a pull play straight away to isolate Walczak, and they get exactly the shot they want. Muller deep to Walczak, right on the goal line. But the warning track power leaves them needing to reset, and Marquez Brownlee, one of the best handler defenders in the country, coming up with a pretty easy block.
So Thompson with the disc in her hand at the moment.
Testing.
Walczak in her face. Goes long again. And that's a little better. Tables are turned then, Charlie.
Just like that, a 2-break advantage for the United States. Claire Trope getting into the end zone for the first time this game.
Trope with some strapping on the knee there. I was just wondering whether it was going to be a bit of a problem for her.
And a good shot here from Chastain. Has to put some power behind this to clear the last defender there in Diekman. Really tall, but he swings and misses. and Michael Ing in for Trope, easy.
Yeah, Trope too good, but Diekman, as we thought, was going to have his work cut out against the tall timber in the USA team. Just being outreached there.
Well, we've seen great cutter defense from the U.S. causing the turnover on the first point, and then it was great handler defense on this pass point, and Michael Ing continuing to stand out for the U.S.
So Germany down 2, and the American defensive line at the moment just a little too strong and overwhelming for them.
Yeah, Germany taking their only timeout of the game, down a quick 2 breaks.
We saw the French do this yesterday. It was a very timely timeout that they took, and they were a completely different team after that timeout.
And Germany will hope to do the same, and they're going to mostly trot that offense back out onto the field. But actually, no, I take it back. We're seeing Conrad Schloer out there now, so they are going to run a new line. This is basically their defensive line playing offense. And again, this is the challenge of running a tighter rotation for each of your offensive and defensive lines. You get a couple of breaks, and you got to let your O-line rest.
Henry Ing with the disc, just about to get us underway. Germany is ready. So Germany with some work to do. Let's see whether they can turn it around a little bit this time. Nice floater, but it goes out. There's a slight light breeze here just blowing across this beautiful stadium, just knocks the Frisbee out. So perhaps a little advantage here for Germany. So Germany looking for some long options, instead goes short. Schutz looking for some options, goes wide across to Nico Muller. Can come inside if he wants. Diekman is there to accept. Muller trying to make some space on the inside. Hangs it out to Metzger. Metzger through the middle. Dumps it across. Germany looking for options. Diekman making a move. They haven't seen him yet. Down the line, this looks good for Germany. Schutz here. Options up front. Hayes really working very hard, trying to take out his man. Schloer trying to get around the corner, and there it is. Metzger in for Germany's first, so at last Germany break through.
Again, really good defensive pressure from the United States, but much better patience that time from Germany. They didn't try to hit a huck early to just relieve the pressure. Instead, they worked it underneath. I thought Lisa Schutz did a nice job working against Carolyn Finney, and they're able to go sideline to sideline a few times that point, and going around to the break side, Muller with nothing but daylight, able to hit Metzger across the face.
As he gratefully accepted that. So Germany on the board.
So for the first time, we will see the U.S. take the field on offense.
Bradley in back as he has. Providing that powerful defensive side. Ruffy Hayes looking to do something. That's Trope. Slides. Offloads to Brownlee again. Looking for some options on the inside. Goes inside to Thompson. Brownlee again. Looking for options downfield. Kosher's moving. Kosher there. Around the corner to Kosher. A little bit of contact. Some serious contact, but both players okay. That was Rafi Hayes trying to get underneath it. Just long, I think.
Yeah, just a misfire on the forehand from Hayes.
As I said, Trope's got that strapping on her knee, and
yeah.
she's looking in a little bit of difficulty there. I saw her in warm-up, and I noticed it earlier on.
So Hayes gets fouled here, doesn't call it, decides to just play through the contact. Yeah. And then, let's see here, Trope has to change directions.
And off that bad knee.
She jumps off that left leg as well, and also changes directions off the same foot. You're absolutely right. And she is immediately going to that hamstring, and she's been dealing with some hamstring troubles.
She's sidelined. Meantime, out on the field, play continues. Germany trying to come back here now. That was Walshak working the back option. Perkins doing his thing. Schlur through to the front, and second dibs won't do it. Just eluding the star of the German team.
Oh my. Walchak just misread that slightly. I think she thought she was going to be able to run underneath it. This looks like a great throw from Schlur. And you see, she thinks she's going to have it right there and just misses the catch. If she changed her trajectory, probably would have had it.
Has a gallant second attempt, but not to be. Okay, out come Team USA then. Brownlee, ever reliable. Gets this machine rolling here. Team USA beginning to find their straps. They're up 2-1. Looking for some options inside. Comes back. Chasen there. Freechild. Chasen again. Options down the wing. Looking good. Oh, nice work here underneath it, and look at Brownlee move as well. Wasn't needed in the end. Anna Thompson underneath it. That was nice work. Team USA, Brownlee, did you see him move over that last 75 meters, Charlie?
He had a chance at it if Thompson wasn't there, but
he was just covering Thompson, wasn't he? Look at this. You might see him come in shot here. Lower picture at the moment. Anna Thompson's got this. It's all right. But just in case, check this out.
And that's just great help from Brownlee to be there available. But Thompson just taking Charlotte Shaw to the house.
Interesting matchup, isn't it? I mean, she was all over the shop yesterday, Charles, and to have that happen over her head, she won't be happy.
Thompson's such a strong thrower, you don't really anticipate her taking you deep. And beautiful breakthrough earlier in the point from Claire Chastain. Germany missing on a golden opportunity for a break. But let's talk about the biggest thing from that point. Claire Trope, the best player for the United States 3 years ago, on the sideline, working on that hamstring. We will have to keep an eye on her and see if she's able to return in this game.
Well, up 3-1 at the moment, Team USA, and they're looking pretty comfortable as they come back and rejoin this absolutely pivotal Pool A showdown here. The corner, nice and long. Once again, looking for a response here. It eludes everybody. No, it doesn't.
Well, great concentration there from Schutz, but she was out of bounds.
Yes, she was. So Schutz just over the mark there. Ing down the line, looking for some options. Again, and that's just a little bit wide.
Didn't really set his feet.
Metzger goes inside. There again, just in case. Walzak comes back to take some workload here. Again, looking for options up forward. That's nice down the line. Germany setting up very patiently at the moment. Nothing to Nikki Preen comes around the corner, and that's nice by Metzger. So Preen and Metzger.
Yeah, second goal for David Metzger. You heard the call from the sideline for Michael Ing to be ready for that strike cut, and just too late. Nice flat throw out into space. So the U.S. having a D-line turnover for the first time in the game.
So Germany back with 2. Metzger with 2.
Brandon Knowles, one of the coaches for this USA side. Legendary player in her own right.
Perkins here with the pull. Interesting bounce. Bradley will take it.
Perfect, group. High down, cross.
Trying to work the line at the moment, the Americans. Team USA just battling up the line here. Lindsley, haven't seen much of him this morning, but he's going to figure big-time minutes, I'm sure, if Team USA are to assert themselves here. Finney, and just intercepts there. The attempt by Chastain to get hold of that. Muller comes away with it. Big battle in the sky, and Germany looking good here on the counter, and that is just brilliant work by them. So Germany come back. Perkins set the pull in motion, and he's there at the end to do the thing. And Germany now, that timeout, Charlie, I reckon, and that was a beautiful intercept there.
And throw should have never gone up. Easy interception for Ava Mueller, and we didn't see the catch there from Schloer, but what a play one-on-one against Grant Lindsley, and then just lobs it out into acres of space.
And finishing in front of a very handy player there as well, Ruffy Hayes. So yeah, that was a good piece of work by the Germans. It's 3 apiece here, and I think maybe we're beginning to see the first signs of what's going to be this very epic battle. It's Pool A, both teams unbeaten coming in here, and this is going to be a very important determination as to who gets through to the all-important semis later in the week and who their competition will be.
So after a great game yesterday from Ruffy Hayes, a couple of early turnovers in this one. Put it into the ground earlier, and then just should have never sent that throw to Chastain.
Well, they've brought Lindsay back onto the park as well. So Team USA just working it downfield. They too are going to have to show some patience. Midfield options here for Hayes. Lindsley always on option, and this is beautiful down here as well. So the USA reply within a matter of moments, and it's Freechild, none other, on the end of that one, and he's really pumped, as he often is, Freechild. He really gets highly emotive, and he's really giving it to his teammates on the end of this one. This is an interesting introduction here, this guy.
Yeah, Grant Lindsley, he was one of the star throwers yesterday.
And he's just stepping up here now, and if he gets Freechild on the end of these, this could be a bit of a handful for the Germans. It's USA 4, Germany 3.
Totally blown coverage by the Germans. Freechild all alone in the end zone, and that's just easy pickings for a thrower as good as Lindsley.
Well, there we are then. So the first of the heat breaks here. Everybody needs to hydrate in these conditions, and Team USA going in, and having a think about things. They got away to a nice, clean, handy start against the Germans, who called a timeout midway through that period stanza, and they came back a better team. In 37 there, in picture, is one of the American mainstays, Trope. See the strapping on the left leg, saw that this morning, and I'm not sure. What are you seeing in there, Charlie?
Well, it's hard to say, and it looks like she's actually going to go maybe get it worked on a little bit. I think with a player as talented as Schroep, if it's a question mark about availability for this game, I think maybe you sit her and get ready for bringing her back for the big bracket games, because win or lose this game, the United States very likely to advance in this pool.
Let's see if we can listen to a little bit of this wild sound. Could be some interesting stuff coming. Deep inside the USA huddle here. They're not letting too much go in the cameras.
Oh, this is the German huddle.
Oh,
I know
this is German. Yeah.
Some white shirts in there for the support staff.
Yeah, got me confused there for a moment. How good's your German, Charlie?
No, well, although my last name is Eisenhood, I unfortunately don't speak a lick.
Yeah. We didn't get too much in there. Thought we might do a little bit of eavesdropping, but the wild sound just not helping us there.
Nice to have these big player shade tents for them to take a break. You can see the stand's already filling up pretty well here.
Far stand, yeah, there's a lot of shade on that far side today, whereas the main stand from which we are talking, the sun is sort of slanting in on us here just before midday, moves across this beautiful stadium throughout the day. We're coming to you from Chengdu. This is the World Games 2025 Chengdu. We're at a water break at the moment, midway through this important match.
Yeah, and I just want to note how great the volunteers have been here at this tournament. I mean, they have been taking such great care of this field. Brand new turf, literally just got played on for the first time yesterday. And then they come out and they replace the divots where cutters have taken a piece of grass out. They hand repainted the lines last night. Just a spectacular field.
And the experience, the China experience, Charlie. I mean, we were just blown away down at disc golf, and that it continues up here as well. Chengdu is a magnificent city. Home of some very amazing technology, and also, of course, the giant pandas.
Yes, I haven't yet had a chance to head over and check out the Panda Reserve, but I've heard great things.
I reckon you look pretty cute with a big...
I'll take some pics if I get over there.
Go and give a panda a cuddle. So here we are then. Germans took a little bit of a break midway through that term and came out and looked a lot better, having been surprised, I think, by the power of Team USA in that first initial showdown. I wonder what the water break will do for both teams. Helton there with a disc.
Well, right now, just checking in on the state of the game. U.S. opening up with a pair of breaks to kick things off. Defense looking ferocious. The offense has been a little up and down, and they give a break back to Germany. Great play from Konrad Schloer, Big Sky, and then the assist. So U.S. with a one-break lead midway through the first half.
So it looks like Helton might have pushed that a little bit to the side. Muller out on the brick. Down the line. Inside. Looking for some options. Oh, big hammer time over the top. Whoa! Who's on the end of that? None of that.
Well, she missed the easy one earlier, but
she did. I was on the end of that.
Levka with a great grab on a very difficult catch. The hammer coming in hot. Defense right in her face. Helton is there, but just can't get a hand on it. And Walchak with the two-hand jam. And really great defense in the backfield from Dylan Freechild, covering up Nico Müller. The resets for Germany have been a little dicey, and it's forced some high stalls. And I think you could argue would force that hammer decision. It works out for Germany that time, but the U.S. is probably going to be pretty happy with the defensive effort.
Nevertheless, it's 4 apiece here, and I just wonder whether they spoke about that during the break and said, you know what, we're going to go hammer time. Walczak, get down there, just did the job.
See if this U.S. offense can settle in.
Muller then will oblige with the pull. Brownlee, as usual, setting things up from the baseline here. Flicks around to Chastain, goes long herself, very long in fact, and just too long. Oh, that's very brave into the hoardings. Chastain sending it downtown. But
Rafi's okay. There's a little bit of a culvert, and then the signs back there. He looks all right.
He's a tough guy, though, this Hayes, I tell you.
I mean, this is the right choice. Rafi with steps is as good as it gets in the end zone for the U.S., and as he slides up into the signage.
Wow. Over that metal grill, too. Gave it everything.
Tino Tran there taking photos for the U.S., helping him out.
So Germany then coming away. Another big onto 10. Hurricanes there. And across they go. Greenwald.
Can he get it from him? No, he cannot. Hartley Greenwald with the goal for the Germans, and a great shot down the field from Levka, finding Herkins, who's been great all tournament. And this D-line from the Germany side is just has so much more firepower on offense than they did last cycle. They really struggled to score breaks last time around, and they're 2 for 3 today.
And for the first time this morning as well, Charlie, they're in the lead. They're
Yes,
up
indeed.
5-4. So
Back on serve.
yeah. So they were surprised momentarily, the Germans, but they've made some corrections.
Well, as good as the defense has looked for the defensive lines from the U.S., not as convincing when they've turned it over with an O-line on the field. And in many cases, it's the same players on the field, but perhaps a bit of a mindset thing. Germany doing a good job of attacking quickly, looking for the deep shots.
Here's Herkins then, a scorer with a big pull. Floats long into this lovely breeze here at the Chengdu Sports University. Team USA now trailing by 1. The big guns beginning to play. Ing is out there. Hayes 2. Setting up a 1-2. Back to Ing. Inside. Comes across. Trying to set some vectors up. Goes midtown. That's good. Team USA beginning to move it around again. Herscher was there. Henry Ing. Freechild trying to get some options here. Henry Ing again. Freechild looking to make some room. He does. Setting things up inside. Freechild still looking across here to Finney. Down the line it goes, and thank you very much indeed. Michael Ing sitting on the end of that. So USA bring out the big guns. Some nice, steady, patient play midfield. And they even up the scoreline here. It's 5 apiece.
More great stuff from Michael Ing, just offering an option there for Finney, who does a beautiful job breaking the mark. And Ing now with a goal, assist, and a block in the contest. And Sontag trailing there on Ing, but just not tight enough on that break side.
So let's see whether this US defensive team can do their thing. As I said, they've been absolutely imperious in other international competitions in recent times. And I think the Germans maybe just sort of trying to work them out a little bit here.
Just a note, I think the U.S. may have gotten away with one a little bit there. Kayla Helton looked like she was trying to throw a huck and had a really weird release on a forehand that just went straight to a undercutter. and they were able to maintain possession. So,
well, they'll take it.
They will take it.
So Germany then, offense up against this amazing US team. Schultz in the center. Walczak here looking for some options, finds them inside.
Claire Trope is back on the field at the back of the stack.
Schall here, counters on, finds it, gets it away.
Foul called in the stack. Claire Chastain covering Walczak. Uncontested.
Steve, you stay.
Metzger down the line, and that looks pretty handy. Thank you very much indeed. The big boy doing his job. Diekman there right on the end of that, and there was no problem whatsoever. So once again, it's Germany back in the lead. It's 6-5, and they got the better of the US defensive side that time, Charlie.
Well, they've been more patient after some of the opening Huck decisions on their O-lines, and it's worked out much better for them. And that's what you want Diekman doing, finding some room in the end zone. He's got a goal to go along with 1 assist. Great battle here. Could be for the top of Pool A. Germany and Japan play tomorrow in a critical game, especially if Germany goes on to lose this game. That's likely to be for the second semifinal slot. But Germany would rather go out and win here.
Oh, they would love it, wouldn't they?
And put themselves in commanding position.
It's momentum and confidence building as well as you look toward the latter stages of this. So here comes Team USA again. Looking for some options inside. No dramas there. Wow.
What an attempt on the poach.
Despairing plunge.
Herkins almost had that.
Finney looking for some options inside. Free child, Finney across. Thank you very much indeed, Henry, on the end of that. Lovely little push shove passing combination there by the US offensive team.
Yeah, Dylan Freechild with the assist. He is fired up. Just a little dish over to the break side for Finney. And smooth offense that time from the United States.
It's 6 apiece. We haven't had a match that's gone down to the wire yet, Charlie, and strap in.
And I believe this is the first time we've been at 6-6 in a game with the next point to take half. Huge point here. Both teams going to be sending out their absolute best players onto this line. Taking half gets you the extra half break, if you will, requiring the other team to need to do a little bit more to win the game. So we see Chastain, both of the Ing brothers, Trope back out there, Freechild.
That's good. Trope with the disc in the hand at the moment.
Colton. So this is like
big time.
Top 7 defensive line for the US.
Heavy hitters around. This is going to be great. Here come the Germans then. Trope sends it down.
We saw an offsides called.
Wow.
X over the head means it's going to be good field position to start for Germany.
Where are they going to bring it up to, the break?
Some discussion
He stopped
here.
the play for no reason, I think. Did you make a call? Yeah, so there's no call. Just check it in and restart play.
Oh, interesting. So there was no offsides. Confusion for Mueller, who made the signal.
How did they?
So now it's going to be advantage USA.
Yes, it is. Mueller with the disc in his hand, looking for some options here. Absolutely being monstered. Grab just in space. Going long, Germany going super long, but this might be giving. Oh, yes. Too good there by Trope. Just knocks it out of the park. You can't do that with Trope around there in this frame of mind, even though she might have some problems with that left knee of hers.
Yeah, these bailout Hucks just not working for Germany, and it's just great underneath defense for the United States. Can they convert and break to take half?
A little impatient. Wow. So an unforced error gives it back to the Germans then. So they have and live again. Another chance coming into the break. Team Germany and USA, it's 6 apiece here. One of them wants the advantage going into the halftime break here. Now the action gets exciting. Muller looking for some options. Goes inside, finds them. Sontag across, Muller again, setting things up. He's got some options inside. Doesn't want to get too impatient. Doesn't. Schlur across on the receiving end. That combination, Schlur and Walczak. Once again, Charlie.
What a fantastic first half overall. And Germany takes half on serve. Some brilliant play from Nico Müller. Konrad Schlur has been everywhere, it feels like, for the Germans, and easy move to the front of the end zone for Walczak.
Wow, what a combination. You know, you talk about the big units coming out for Team USA, but also the Germans have got a couple that they can rely on as well at the moment. Walczak doing the thing here. She went down yesterday in her match and came up a little bit sore on an ankle, but looking pretty good at the moment. Concerns about Trope early on for Team USA, but I tell you what, there are probably some slightly bigger concerns at the moment as well, because the American D, notorious and imperious up until the World Games, certainly leading its match here. Walczak congratulating the team as they come in here into the shade of this marquee with Ava Muller, and Walczak just showing you how hard she's worked, Charlie.
Yeah. And I didn't know that German word, but I won't repeat it in English.
Thank you, Charlie.
Germany out in front here at the break, 7-6. Can the U.S. come back and beat the team that beat them 3 years ago in pool play at the World Games?
It's all to play for here. We're at the World Games 2025 in Chengdu. Action aplenty at Ultimate Flying Disc. It's Team Germany 7, it's USA 6. We'll take a break and we'll be back for the all-important second half. The World Games 2025 Chengdu continues. Team USA, the coaching staff, deep in conversation here at the moment. They have a slight dilemma. They're trailing Germany at the halftime break in this all-important Pool A showdown. Team Germany came out. It's like the battle of a couple of heavyweights. USA landed the first couple of big blows. Germany came off the ropes, took a little bit of a timeout, reset, and then they evened things up, and just marginally Charlie Eisenhood got ahead in that late stanza there.
Well, it's such an interesting first half. Definitely the closest half that we've seen so far this tournament. Just to kind of think about how this game has unfolded. I mean, the U.S. defense has clearly outplayed the German defense so far. But 5 turnovers apiece, conversion rate there from Germany. They go 2 for 3 on their break chances. And what it's been, I mean, the U.S. turnovers have been pretty much unforced. We've seen a couple of turfed throws, a huck out the back, a little bit too quick from Michael Ing on one, and that has just added up to Germany being able to take advantage of those opportunities and get themselves back to level in a game where I think they've looked like a little bit of a step behind defensively, but cleaner overall on offense, and they've kind of been able to flip the pressure to the U.S. by putting together these holds. Well, they haven't gotten broken since those first 2 points.
Excuse me, Charlie. So there's a player in picture there, number 37, just going through shot. Trope got to step up. She and the leaders of this team are going to have to put in some hard yards. Walczak there in the center of the German team. There she is, pivotal to the prospects of this German team here this afternoon as well. Schloer there, 47. He's very, very vital as well. Nice combinations between him and Walczak late in that stanza. And I'm sure everybody rehearsing exactly what they've got to do out there. Brownlee looking very solid here. Hayes as well went for that amazing slide across the grates earlier on when he just missed out on that touchdown earlier on, and would have been an absolute phenomenal get if he'd got that. That'll be going through to the highlights packages, I am sure.
Yeah, I mean, you highlight some of the key players. I mean, Schloer and Walczak were fantastic in this first half. Metzger with 2 goals and an assist. Herkens as well, really impressive. I mean, Herkens, as we see him getting ready to pull, he's got a goal and assist, and he almost came up with what would have been one of the best defensive plays of the tournament so far when he laid out way out of position, coming off to a poach, and probably missed the disc by a ½ inch.
And we're hearing the crowd and the team's getting really animated in the background now. So let's get into this second half. Herkens gets things underway. Germany leads at 7-6 here at this magnificent stadium in Chengdu. The sports stadium coming alive. Hayes now, one of the pivotal players here for Team USA, finds a gap through the middle. Got some options on the inside. Goes out here to Chastain. Chastain linking up again. Looks a little long. Lucky. The Americans just make the initial adjustments here. Got some options up front. Going wide. Trope looks out, sets it nicely, and on the inside, thank you, just a nice overlap there. So the US team come out immediately with Trope just organizing that lovely little attack there, and she evens things up with Anna Thompson.
Yeah, it seems that the medical and massage staff have quickly healed Claire Trope, because she looks quick out there. Trope floating it out to space for Thompson, then immediately bursting into the end zone, and just a little lefty backhand flip for Trope. And so lucky once again for the U.S. Claire Chastain had another misthrow, and it went over the head of the intended receiver and happened to end up in the hands of a U.S. player. Very lucky for the U.S.
It was indeed, but they're going to take it, Charlie.
That's a couple of those, though.
Yeah, but yeah, they can't rely on them. But at the moment, the Frisbee, the disc seems to be rolling their way. But you know how capricious this sport is, Charlie. If it's going their way at the moment, it might suddenly turn. You never know in this sport. It's 7 apiece here. It's exciting. It's the World Games 2025.
Well, and I just think generally when the U.S. is able to put their defensive line on the field, they have the advantage.
Here we go. So Germany now down the line, looking for some options up forward. USA pressing hard. Across we come here to Muller. Instrumental Muller. Muller once again setting things up, looking for his options. Got them here, out wide. This is Schleur. Count is on. That's nice. Ooh. And some big heavy contact there at the end as Metzger goes in.
Good to see Finney right back up after really, like, she went into the space that she shouldn't have. Metzger had that play the whole time. Really pretty offensive point from Team Germany. Conrad was everywhere that point. Once again, playing against Michael Ing, maybe the best defender on this team. Metzger easy there, and luckily, no harm, no foul.
But the Germans giving it. You mentioned the U.S. defense, but again, the Germans have picked them off a couple of times already, though, Charlie. I mean, you would want to go USA defense, but the Germans may be just beginning to work them out a little bit.
Well, that's 4 clean holds now for Germany. And indeed, I mean, when they've worked the unders, they have looked great. It's been when they've taken the deep shots, sometimes because of high stalls, sometimes because they just get wide eyes. That mostly has not worked out for them.
So Muller then will get things underway. Let's see what the offensive U.S. team can do. Brownlee picks up at the back. Let's see what they can do now. Setting a few options up down the. Brownlee going for a big run.
Yeah, creating some space there for Thompson to come off the front of the stack.
Hayes looking to give some options on the inside. Thompson goes back and forward. Thompson down the line. Chastain in the center. Doesn't go there. Goes to Hayes. Hayes looking around, looking for some options. Chastain again.
We're seeing a lot more Chris Kocher in the backfield the last couple points.
Here's Trope looking for some options as well. Knee looks all right. Brownlee inside. Trope making some space. Comes around to her. Looks good. Leaves her German defender alone. Chastain looking good. Some options, but what's happened there? Interference perhaps?
Yeah, I think she was pivoting and just got clipped by Shaw. So looks like a quick foul accept.
Chastain, and that's a pickup.
Chastain's got to tighten up her throws.
Trope reckons she got it, but hang on. Are they going back to examine that one? Trope with her hands on her hips, queering it. I just wonder whether they're going back to review. Can they?
I think it was just a pick.
Okay, a pick it was. Trope's got it nevertheless. Here we come. Ing looking for options up forward. Kosher looking to do some work here as well, trying to get involved. Now they come across. Chastain's up in the end zone. So are others. That's cool. USA comes away with it.
Yeah, but it was walking a tightrope once again.
It was.
Not the smooth offense we just saw from Team Germany. Claire Trope playing great ultimate. I mean, where would they be right now without her back on the field? She comes up with some saving plays this point, and then Thompson across the front to Groom.
Yeah.
But man, Claire Chastain has 2 turnovers, no positive stats, and has 2 throws that maybe could have been turnovers. And so they're going to need her.
They are, but
sharpen up.
They are, but they've got Trope out there, and I think the big guns are just beginning to try and assert themselves here. It's 8 apiece, could be tighter. Vital Pool A showdown here at the World Games 2025 Chengdu. First of 4 matches today. We're underway. Helton will get things underway. Germany receive. German offense beginning to make a move now. Options at the back. Muller trying to set things up. Has gone inside here to Schall, who was so dominant yesterday. This is Schutz coming down the line. Walczek looking for options. Gonna have to go inside.
What a play from Kayla.
Incredible. So against Walczek as well. So here's a chance now for Team USA to turn it around. They don't want to blow this. Freechild has got it, and that's an intercept. And that was telegraphed early. Germany all over it. They've got possession back again. Muller setting play. They've got to steady the Germans. None of this rush stuff. Metzger providing options. Not going there. Schall, the hammer over the top, just gets there. Boy. And again, another lunging hold. The Germans are absolutely going 10/10 at the moment, and that's too long. Walczek had options up front. Too long, a little impatient.
What a crazy sequence. Layout hand block from Kayla Helton. Then Freechild just doesn't see Metzger in the lane, tries to fire in a flick. Easy interception. 2 crazy catches from the Germans, and then a little too quick from Levka there. It's so hard sometimes. You make a big saving play on the sideline like that, and your eyes get too big, and you put a little too much on it. Wow.
Close up there of Chastain, working very hard. Team USA come away again. Ing. Freechild. Over the top, Michael Ing. And that's a lovely combination there.
The brothers connect.
The brothers combine.
And back in front go the US. Amazing.
Freechild gets Michael Ing happening, and he can see his brother Henry down the line, and hammer time over the top. Thank you very much indeed. And I tell you what, Charles here, dominant yesterday, but against this tall timber, this big US team, she's not just being able to assert herself. Charlie, thoughts?
Yeah, well, she saw that there was an open receiver, so she tried to go catch up and be in the play, but with her back to the disc there, just no chance to turn her head around and make a play against a much taller male player from the U.S. So
well, that impetuous play by the Germans has cost them now, because the Team USA has turned it around, come down, got a goal off them. So they lead 9-8. Germany can't make mistakes like that against a team of this caliber.
yeah, I mean, Germany getting it back, but then Levka just too much on the last pass. And the USA D-line getting their third break of the game, but just their first since the opening pair.
So here comes Germany. They're going to want to do something here. Schlur could be the guy to help them do exactly that. Diekman on the inside accepts that. Got some options inside as well. Comes across here to Schlur again. Down the side. Walczak looking good. Tempted to go long. Doesn't want to. Time running out. It's okay. Makes up some time. Schlur here. Again. Handy. Holds on. Incredible control by Germany. Keeps this point alive for them. Across they come. Opening up some options. Nikki Priyan, what can she do? Walczak goes there. Sees it. Round the edge she goes. You can always trust a champ when the going gets tough, Charlie.
Wow. Lisa shoots. It tips off her hand, she lays out, makes the play, and then back to the same crew that has led this team up and down the field. We've had a lot of Konrad Schlur, a lot of Levka Walczak, and a nice find into the end zone for Diekman, who has a knack for finding some space.
But, you know, the confidence of this player, Walczak, I mean, you know, she blows it up the other end, and then just to pull this off, going around Team USA like this with that little flick forehand, I mean, that is poise, and that is the sign of a true champion, is it not?
Short memory, absolutely. You have to be able to put the turnovers behind you. Everyone's going to have turnovers, especially a high-volume player like Levka. Also, Diekman, just want to note, I mean, he's obviously been a great goal scorer. He's using a nice job with his length to break backhand around passes and get them out of sideline trap situations. Did that on that point.
Here we come then. Team USA going to be given the disc by the Germans. It's 9 apiece here. Down into the waiting hands of Freechild. Looking for some options. Freechild comes up center, making some space. Big space. Freechild doesn't get the disc that he thought he might have. And this is a big run here by Ing. And there it is again. Wow, monstrous in the air. Flies for it. There's some real determination and a mindset now. The big American heavyweight is beginning to strut its stuff in the ring here at the Chengdu Sports Stadium.
Well, Finney sees Henry Ing going deep, and even though there's coverage there, Henry Ing is so tough to beat in the sky. Look at this play. I mean, the ultimate on display right now is spectacular. Herkins, one of the best defenders in Europe. But Henry Ing, a menace in the skies.
And I tell you what, Ing is really going for it now. There's a bit of a grimace on his face. He knows that they're in a battle here, the Americans, and he is really setting up, I think, for a big second half. You can see him over there just sucking down a lot of the fluids. Team USA. A little bit of a timeout. The Germans have gone for the cover at this water break. They've gone into the marquee. The Americans are still out there.
Yeah, look at the intensity on Henry Ing's face
Don't
right
you
now.
reckon? He's really cranking. He really is. And Freechild as well beginning to step it up. We saw him before imploring a bigger effort from his teammates. So they will go into the marquee, get out of this searing heat here in Chengdu. Charlie, you were mentioning this is a brand new stadium. The turf is new, but it is in absolutely resplendent form, isn't it? I mean, it looks glorious, this beautiful green grass out here. the upkeep of these facilities at this wonderful sports stadium as well. They've got it all going on here.
They really do.
Now, Team USA, what do you reckon they're discussing here?
Well, you know, they've got the lead. They can hold and close out this game. But I think for them, they're still kind of trying to figure things out on offense. You know, the D-line has been able to generate blocks and turnovers all tournament long so far, but a little bit discombobulated at times on offense. I like to see what they've been doing, like going to the ings a little bit more. I mean, 3 goals now for Henry and an assist, 2 assists and a goal for Michael. Some of the young players really stepping up for this U.S. team, playing in their first World Games, alongside some players who are in their third go-through. But it's been Thompson, the Ings, who have really stepped up, and Claire Trope has been huge as well as she's come back into the game and made a real impact.
But you mentioned Trope as well, and for those more senior players in the rosters as well, this is their chance. This is the World Games, and they want to do something pretty special and pretty spectacular here, because they might not have another chance. We might not see their careers go all the way through to Karlsruhe, the next World Games.
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly going to be the last hurrah for some of these players at this level. Some players already in their late 30s, and you know, you never want to count anybody out. I mean, I think that there's so much talent on display. I mean, some of these players are already Hall of Fame locks, and it's just, to make a 4th time, it just doesn't happen in the United States. So Bo Kittredge has the most gold medals, one of the most famous American ultimate players of all time. He's got 3 at the World Games.
Wow.
And there's a handful of players going for number 3 this weekend.
Well, you might be able to hear in the effects mic downstairs that the teams are just rallying. They're coming back out onto this magnificent Chengdu Sports Stadium Park. It is absolutely glorious. The facilities, as I say, are just fantastic. Come on is the call. Team USA, they're marginally in front here. Germany plucky. This heavyweight battle in Pool A. The big heavyweight from Team USA got away early. Germany responded after a little bit of a timeout and momentarily grabbed the lead there.
So these heat breaks kind of break the game up into 4 chunks. So we enter the 4th quarter of this one, and it's the closest game we've had so far this weekend.
24 minutes left on the clock. 1 goal separates the teams. Team USA leads by 1. 24 minutes remaining. Best to 13 here, Charlie.
That's right, and the clock that you see on the screen, when it gets to 0, the game does not automatically end. We'll cross that bridge if we get there.
Let's go, because Trope is getting us going here. So Germany then into this guy. Muller going to have to play a very big game here. Schall's going to have to make a little bit of a statement as well. Metzger down to Preen, another one of the Germans that will be stepping up in this late stanza as well. Chastain just hounding the German offense at the moment. Chastain and Walczak paired up at the moment. Here's Muller looking for some options. Comes down the line. Walczak has just shaken off Chastain for a moment. Gives herself, thinks about it. Options inside. She's going to have to move. She goes across. Once again to Muller. Sets up on this side in front of Brownlee. Here comes Schutz trying to make some room. Does so. On the inside. This is Schall going to get on the end of that. Needed her to be there with her experience. Schall's good. Goes long. Walczak is there. And the combination that worked so well yesterday for the Germans, Schall and Walczak, they brought it out of the bag.
I'm just amazed at Levka's ability to make difficult catches. And a huge saving grab once again from Charlotte Schall. This German team has gotten some massive layout saves all game long to kind of keep them in this contest, and Schall just great concentration to make the catch. A little shaken up perhaps on the play, but
yeah, I reckon that winded her a little bit, but you know, the champ she is, Schall, she comes out.
And it's just kind of an awkward angle for that disc to come in for Walczak, but great footwork to be able to get up and explode off the ground and make another two-handed catch.
And you see the commitment by Schall means that they come away with the goal. It's 10 apiece. 22 minutes on the clock.
So Levka right back out onto the field for this defensive point.
So here we come. Germany then to oblige the American offensive team with the disc. Müller sends it long, sends it high into this humid atmosphere here, getting tense as well. Team USA coming out. Important sequence here for them. They know that every foray forward now is important. Big boys coming out to play. The Ings are going to be there. Free Child looking inside to Hayes. Free Child again, looking for options, goes inside. Hayes momentarily downfield, slips over. Free Child ignores that, goes inside, comes out here to Groom. Groom looking for options. Wants to go cross, does. Looks down there, sees some options inside. This is Finney. Finney looking for some scoring options, can't get them. And there it is.
What a point.
Sitting on the end of it.
What a point.
Groom is there.
We rarely saw the disc stay in one place for more than about 3 stall counts. USA, maybe the best point this game of just throwing it to the player who was open. Free Child and Finney working in the backfield. Little slippery cut from Kayla Helton to provide a reset earlier in the point when they, basically the only time they got slowed down. And just easy passes the entire way up the field for the United States. I think every player touched at that point.
Yeah, nice work. So the US team have got themselves with just this mini break here deep into the second half of this all-important Pool A showdown against the European juggernaut Germany. So Germany now, offense, needs to crack this. They need to come away with the goods at the end of this little sequence. Team USA lining up some heavy hitters to match them. Coaching staff pulling no punches now. Down into the safe hands of Müller. Been there all day. Free Child comes up to have a little look. Options forward. Oh, he's right on the end of it. Diekman's going to do the job here, and he does. Diekman was there just when he was needed, and just as the Germans needed this tall player, Jakob Diekman is there sitting on the end of this wonderful Schlur delivery.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't even change his pivot. He doesn't step into it at all. He's looking on the backhand side, turns back, cranks it, and sends it to Diekman. Look at this. Little tiny half step, and just an absolute dime to Diekman with steps on Kocher. And, you know, Diekman, not a player many were talking about coming into this World Games, but he has been such a nice piece for them, providing that deep look opportunity for those players like Conrad who can catch underneath, turn around, and throw those hucks. Germany now needs a break as we come close to the finish here.
So it's 11 apiece. Perkins going to get things started. So what can the German D do against this American offense? Let's see where they go. Coming down, looking for some options inside. Just little plays here at the moment as Ings sends it infield. Comes back looking for some space. Doesn't go there. Ing making some big inroads, going hard out upfield. This is Ralphie Hayes looking crossfield again. Lindsay, Hayes. More options here. Free Child, Hayes. Just slowing things down a little bit. No rush from the Americans. Free Child just trying to give him some options. Does so. Goes inside to Free Child. Hayes now moves. Looking for some action. Doesn't get it. That's an intercept. Free Child saw that Hayes had made the move, but the Germans did as well, and they intercepted nicely. On then to the Germans. Will this be the turnover? Greenwald
If the Germans win this game, Schloer is going to be the hero.
Muller needs to go big time. Here it is. Germany against USA, and the Germans come down with it. Is that too hot? No, just in.
And it's being called out of bounds by the US, but I'm almost positive he kept those toes down.
That's help.
Herkens saying it's good.
Herkens does.
Freechild immediately called him out of bounds. What a play again from Conrad. A massive sky. And then he does put a little too much on this as Freechild just gets beat. And Herkens has to track it. Let's see, does he keep the toes down? Everyone's watching the video board. You bet. That's a score. Freechild calls it good. And Germany is back in front.
Das freut mich, says the German team. They're very happy. They're very, very happy. So Germany levels things up. They get ahead. They're up 12-11 now. So they've evened things up and they've come away with what they wanted. So both German teams, now hang on, there's a little bit of a discussion at the moment.
Well, maybe there's a call earlier in the point.
Hang on.
Kind of travel or a pick that they're talking about whether this is good. So are they going to take this point off the board? We're going to have to hear down on the field one more time. Take a look.
Well, that was brilliant by Herkens there, but something has happened. The US team have come in. No, it looks like it's been overruled.
Well, whatever it was, they took it back.
Yeah, they did. So the score stands. 15 minutes on the clock. It's Germany 12, USA 11. There was a technicality that after Herkens was given that score, Team USA questioned a passage of play. Doesn't stand. Herkens comes away with his goal, and Charlie, Team USA options.
Incredible. I mean, so it looks like it was a stall call that ended up getting reversed. Just an incredible game. What an incredible game. I mean, the US comes out, couple opening breaks. Germany takes the lead at 5-4 after getting 2 breaks back themselves. A scintillating point at 6-6. Germany gets the hold after a turnover. Then the US goes back in front at 9-8, and then we get all the way down to 11-11, and Germany with some unbelievable plays from Konrad Schloer,
And
both
also,
to get the block.
And don't forget Charles as well.
That's indeed. And now the US up against it. They've got to get a hold to force universe points.
Okay, here comes Team USA. This guy, what's he going to be able to do? Being absolutely pivotal to the Americans. Ralphie Hayes, Chastain here, tantalizing the German defense. Brownlee looking for options, finds them. Chastain again. Brownlee comes wide, across field, nice around the corner. Hayes presents himself, takes the disc. Groom looking for some action. Brownlee there instead. On here to Thompson, through to Hayes. Options up front. Brownlee can see them, goes wide. USA opening up the vectors here and around the corner. Trope on the end of it. As Trope is always on the end of it. And they're scoring it, so it's even.
Goal number 3 for Claire Trope. Great find from Kocher up the backhand sideline. Just a little too late for Erdmann.
Yeah. Trope right on the margin here. It was 10/10 play by Trope, but she's in there happily. Erdmann just flies past and boots that Frisbee.
So the closest game of the tournament delivers, and we get to universe point. Next point wins. First to 13, there's no win by 2 or anything like that. So both teams are going to converge here. I think USA taking their timeout, and they're going to pick their 7 who they want to go out and play defense. And Germany is probably going to stick with that same offensive line that's been playing so well.
Who are you going for Team USA, Charlie?
It's a tough call. I mean, almost this entire roster is capable of playing great defense, but I think we're going to see Colton, the Ings, Anna Thompson once again. And then it's just a matter of like, which matchups do you want on which specific players? Probably we'll see Helton, maybe Chastain, maybe Groom, maybe Brownlee. They've gotten turns in these spots. We had a similar spot at 6-6 when both teams stacked lines. And the U.S. got the turn, but they gave it back on the Chastain miscue.
Well, this incredible battle of the heavyweights comes down to this. It's the final blows of this epic Pool A showdown between Germany and the USA. USA out early, Germany responded. USA and Germany 12 apiece. This is the point that decides and separates them, and will have a huge bearing on semi-finals later in the week as well. Both teams want this. They want it big time.
Helton out there pulling.
She does.
Freechild trying to make up for his mistake. Out on the mark.
Here come the Germans then. Looking for some options on the inside, and there is an incredible play by Hayes there. Comes across, it's long, it's in, it's a USA win, it's a memorable victory. Incredible stuff here by the Americans. Coulton on the end of it.
Dylan Freechild, the hero. After looking like he might be the GOAT, he comes up with a massive layout block across the under and then confidently sends it into the end zone for the USA to stun Germany on the final point and take this critical matchup in Pool A.
Incredible stuff here at the World Games 2025, with the USA coming away with a desperate lunge intercept, giving them a 13-12 win over Germany. And boy, oh boy, if these two teams meet again later on in the week, it's going to be fireworks, Charlie.
Unbelievable. And yeah, I think the next time we could see them play is in the finals. And it's certainly possible. Germany looked so much better in this game than they did yesterday playing against China in game number 1. The U.S. getting pushed all the way to the brink, and you just can't ask for a better game. I mean, just so tight down the stretch. 7 turnovers total for the U.S. and just 8 for Germany. Some brilliant play from Lev Kowalczak, Konrad Schloer for Team Germany, and some tough mistakes for Team USA, but in the end, Dylan Freechild making up for a brutal turnover at 11-11.
I just want to say, like,
they want the cameras out of the huddle, and that's too bad, because I'd love to hear what Dylan has to say right now.
Yeah, Freechild was just going to open up on what he was going to say. I tell you what, Michael Ing was looking pretty warm and pretty tight at the end of that as well. But they held it together. So Team USA come away with the barest of margins. It's a 1-goal win for them.
What a test, what a game, some incredible defensive plays. Germany did just about everything they could to win this game. I mean, how many amazing layout catches did they have to keep offensive possessions alive? But this USA team, so resilient, and when they were able to get defensive lines onto the field, they were able to create pressure, and just spectacular individual play from Freechild.
And of course 33 on the end of it, Coulton with that winning goal in a wonderful piece of space. And so Team USA come away with this memorable win here at the World Games 2025 in Chengdu. There is so much more action in store for us as well. We have a fantastic afternoon of events coming up. Just after noon here in Chengdu, we've got Australia versus Colombia. That's Pool B action. Both teams losing yesterday. They'll want to get some wins up.
Well, it's more or less win or go home. I mean, there are scenarios where you could lose that game and still make it to semis, but the path becomes incredibly difficult, and you ask other teams to lose when you're not even playing them. So this is a absolute must-win coming up for Australia and Colombia.
That's our next match at 12 noon here in Chengdu. Hope you can join us for that one. Then later on in the afternoon, just looking quickly forward to the other Pool B match at 3:30 here, 15:30 local time. It's France versus Canada in that Pool B showdown. So the 2 unbeaten teams yesterday from Pool B. And Charlie, I think you'll be joining me for that one. That should be a very interesting showdown. And then later on, the evening match tonight will be Japan versus China, the all-Asian Asia battle, and that will be a lot of fun as well. And interesting that the two heavyweights of Ultimate in this part of the world go head to head.
Yeah, and we're going to see some similar styles. I mean, we saw both teams hitting beautiful hucks to streaking receivers in stride yesterday, and I'm looking forward to that one. And wow, what a way to kick things off here on day two. Just an amazing match.
Charlie Eisenhood, it was an absolute pleasure sitting alongside you and enjoying some fantastic Ultimate. It is a great sport. We're living the dream here at the World Games 2025 in Chengdu. Don't go too far away, because up next will be the battle between Australia and Colombia.